Well, guys, it's been a rough couple of weeks for me. Work has been, pretty relentless. I haven't had much time for much other than work. This is the first time kind of seen daylight during the week. Yeah, of course I have weekends where that can happen, but we've had storm after storm, snowstorms come through the Portland area. Nothing really that terrible, but just a continued every few days kind of barrage of a little bit of snow and some ice along with it. But today, it's all gone. Or mostly all gone, you can say. I had a moment to myself. So I decided it was time to strike. So a good moment. So I'm here alone. In the middle of the woods, just having some time to collect my thoughts and just time to get away. We all need that in some way at some point. We don't want life to overcome us. So but I'm not really alone. I brought two friends with me. It's a Cornell Diehl blend called Redwood. And I'm surrounded by big trees all around. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but big trees all around. So let me read what it says about this blend, just in case you're interested. They do give a description on this on the tin. It says, a mixture for Virginia lovers. Redwood combines sweet red and stove red Virginias. Just enough Perique to provide body and spice, and to spice things up a bit. The flavor is rich and soothing and satisfying to those who treasure the natural, sweet taste of quality Virginia tobaccos. So, it is a vapor. But I think, in my opinion, technically it's a vapor, but I think the Perique is just really in the background. So if you're really a vapor lover, one of those that really likes really good straight vapors, the ones that will really stand out, I don't think this would be a good one for you to choose, because I think the Perique is really in the background in this one, and I think the Virginias play the major role here for sure. This is really just a good Virginia blend, I think. Yeah, when you smell the tobacco, get the tobacco back out here. Yeah, of course, you get the vintage blends, one of their vintage blends. Yeah, when you smell the tobacco, you get that really good sweetness of the Virginias, a really fruity kind of sweetness. But this is, I think, this is where the Perique stand out. I think in the smell. When you smell it, you really get kind of a raisin, figgy fruitiness, and I think that's the Periques, or the Perique, and they're coming out. And I think that's kind of where it stops for me, because when you light it up, you do get kind of a fruity sweetness, but I think a lot of that's just coming from the Virginias, and not so much from the Periques. From the Perique, yeah, whatever Perique is in there, but it really does have a really nice smell to it, a real fruity, raisin kind of fig smell to it. Not in a real rich way, but in a light, kind of sweet way. Very pleasant, and it comes perhaps just a little moist, so you could dry it just a bit. I often just kind of try to charge through it and just take my time when I'm smoking it. But with the Virginias, yeah, as soon as I grab a hold of a blend that's primarily Virginias, I like to take my time anyways, because they can tend to burn, hotter. And there are certain Virginias, certain blends, especially that can bite your tongue if you're just going really hard on them. So you kind of want to let those the sugars in the Virginia burn slowly and not get too hot. You don't want the sugars to ignite too hot. You don't want to scald the tobacco with heat. You want them to burn. I mean, this is true with any tobacco, of course, but primarily with tobacco leaves with lots of sugar in them, and Virginias are ones with good sugar content. So you want to go nice and even and slow through them, of course, and that's of course how we do aromatics as well, because they tend to have some more sugars in their blends. So, but this one, I don't think, if you're smoking it, in kind of a good cadence, I don't think it's going to bite you. But there's always a possibility that it will. But if you're sensing it beginning to get hot, just slow down a little bit, and I think it'll be all right. Let me show you the tobacco. It's quite bright, as you might expect a Virginia tobacco to be. But let me show you this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if you can see that. If it focuses correctly. Yeah, so quite bright, kind of a chopped blend. The leaves are just kind of chopped and kind of a coarse cut, but yeah, behaves well. It packs well. It's just a bit on the moist side, I think, but I didn't worry about it too much. So yeah, the only thing I think I worry about is just going too fast on it. And I tend to, when it's just me smoking, not talking, I tend to go pretty quick on my pipes, tend to smoke them pretty hard. But you have to sense that spot where it seems like the tobacco is starting to burn a little bit too warm, and you can kind of feel that in the smoke. And then so you just need to let it sit for a second, let it cool back down, and get back into a good rhythm. And I think it'll be all right. So yeah, that's the tobacco. So, yeah, I'm not really just randomly in the forest by myself. You can see the walkway behind me. But it's a walkway that comes down to, I think, a place that has some interest, I think. Maybe not to everyone, but this exact spot right in front of me, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll get the camera and show you. But there's an exact stone and survey marker right in front of me where the entire Pacific Northwest was surveyed from. This is the exact spot where all of the survey for thousands of miles around began at survey point, the origin point. So they placed a stone here to survey from, I think it was 1851, something like that. And then they put a memorial, or some kind of, well, I'll show you in a minute, some kind of, I guess, memorial stone here a few years later after that, to just kind of make it a place where the public can come and see it, that it's not just a place lost in the forest. So I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know much about surveying and things like that. I've done a little bit of surveying. Yeah, when I was building some houses in my youth, I did some small lot surveying, and in college I did some surveying when I was doing archaeology and doing site survey for digs. But that was a long time ago. But I still wouldn't say I know too much about surveying, but it's pretty interesting, I think, to me, maybe to some others. The interesting point is it's a meridian point where it all began. So let me get the camera, turn around, and I'll show you just what it looks like. Okay, see if I can do this. Yeah, so so this is a plaque down below the stone. The stone, survey stone, is just above that, and it's just, it just marks north and tells about the grid points and how they surveyed from this point, and then the whole square has it's grid. It's a grid and shows you all the different areas that were surveyed from this point. And right there is the stone that was placed many years ago there, and then the survey point in the middle. So, and then they have these benches around in the forest here. So I didn't want to keep you guys too long, but just wanted to show you guys that, and just had some time to get out here have a pipe, so I thought, it's perhaps it's time to share a moment with all you guys too. So hope you guys are well. Hope you guys aren't too busy. Hope you guys have time to sit and enjoy a pipe and some good tobacco. And yeah, so hope you guys are well, and we'll talk to you again. Take care and be well.